Most people think fig trees are easy. Plant them once, water them sometimes, and expect fruit every year. But the truth is, fig trees don't fail because they're difficult. They fail because they're cared for the same way in every season. What your fig tree needs in spring is completely different from what it needs in summer, fall, or winter. And ignoring those seasonal changes is the fastest way to end up with weak growth, dropped fruit, or no harvest at all. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to care for your fig tree through every season of the year, step by step, so you always know what to do and what to avoid. We'll break down spring growth, summer fruiting, fall preparation, and winter dormancy in a simple, practical way that works whether your fig tree is in the ground or growing in a pot. No confusing gardening terms, no myths, just clear seasonal care that actually helps your fig tree stay healthy and productive. If you've ever wondered why your fig tree looks great one season and struggles the next, or why it grows lots of leaves but very little fruit, this guide will clear everything up. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to work with your fig tree's natural growth cycle instead of against it, so you can enjoy stronger branches, better fruit quality, and a more reliable harvest year after year. Spring, setting the foundation for a great harvest. Spring is the season when your fig tree wakes up and begins a brand new growth cycle, and what you do during this time directly affects how strong the tree becomes for the rest of the year. As temperatures warm and daylight increases, buds begin to swell and fresh green leaves appear, signaling that the tree is ready for water, nutrients, and attention. This is the moment to support healthy growth without pushing the tree too hard. Start by gradually increasing watering once you see active growth. The soil should stay consistently moist but never soggy, as fig trees dislike sitting in waterlogged soil. Deep watering is better than frequent shallow watering because it encourages the roots to grow deeper and stronger. If your fig tree is in a pot, check moisture more often, as containers dry out faster in spring winds and sun. Spring is also the ideal time for light pruning. Remove any branches that were damaged by cold weather, along with dead, weak, or crossing branches that block airflow. This helps direct the tree's energy into healthy growth and improves sunlight penetration. Avoid heavy pruning at this stage because figs form fruit on new growth, and cutting too much can reduce your harvest. Feeding your fig tree in spring is important, but moderation is key. Apply compost, well-rotted manure, or a balanced fertilizer to support leaf and branch development. Too much nitrogen can cause excessive leaf growth at the expense of fruit, so slow and steady feeding is best. Mulching around the base of the tree helps retain moisture, regulate soil temperature, and prevent weeds from competing for nutrients. Spring is also the time to observe your tree closely. Watch how quickly it leaves out, check for early pest activity, and make sure the tree is getting enough sunlight. A healthy start in spring sets the tone for a productive and stress-free growing season. Summer, supporting growth and fruit development. Summer is when your fig tree grows rapidly and begins forming and maturing fruit, making this the most demanding season in terms of water and care. During hot weather, fig trees use a lot of moisture, and inconsistent watering is one of the biggest reasons figs drop before ripening. Keeping the soil evenly moist is essential for healthy fruit development. Water deeply and regularly, especially during heat waves. In-ground trees may need watering once or twice a week, while potted fig trees often need water every day during extreme heat. Always check the soil before watering and aim for deep soaking rather than light surface watering. Mulch becomes especially important in summer, helping the soil stay cool and preventing moisture loss. As fruit begins to form, avoid heavy fertilizing. Too much fertilizer in summer can encourage leafy growth at the expense of fruit, or even cause fruit to split. If feeding is needed, use a light, balanced feed or compost tea to gently support the tree. Keep an eye on branches, as figs can become heavy and provide support if necessary to prevent snapping. Summer is also the season when pests may appear. Ants, aphids, spider mites, and birds are common visitors to fig trees. Regularly inspect leaves and fruit and address problems early using safe and gentle methods. Keeping the area clean and removing fallen fruit helps reduce pest pressure. Pruning should be avoided during summer, as it can stress the tree and reduce fruiting. Focus instead on maintenance, watering, and observation. If your fig tree looks lush and healthy but produces little fruit, the cause is often excessive nitrogen or irregular watering rather than disease. With proper summer care, your fig tree will reward you with sweet, plump figs that continue to mature as the season progresses. Fall, harvest time and preparation for dormancy. Fall is a transition season for fig trees, marking the end of fruit production and the beginning of preparation for rest. This is when you enjoy the results of your year-long care while also helping the tree slow down naturally. Knowing when and how to harvest figs is crucial, as figs do not ripen after being picked. Harvest figs when they feel soft to the touch, slightly droop on the branch, and show full color. Ripe figs often release easily from the stem and may show small cracks in the skin, which is normal. Picking too early results in bland fruit, so patience is important. Harvest regularly to prevent overripe fruit from falling and attracting pests. As temperatures begin to cool, gradually reduce watering. The tree's growth slows down, and excess moisture can lead to root problems. Stop fertilizing completely in fall, as encouraging new growth at this stage makes the tree vulnerable to cold damage. Allow the fig tree to naturally prepare for dormancy. Cleaning up the area around your fig tree is an important fall task. Remove fallen leaves, dropped fruit, and debris to reduce pests and disease issues. Light pruning can be done if needed, but heavy pruning should wait until winter or early spring when the tree is fully dormant. If you live in a region with cold winters, fall is the time to plan protection. Apply mulch around the base of the tree to insulate the roots and help regulate soil temperature. Potted fig trees should be moved closer to walls or sheltered areas in preparation for colder weather. Fall care is about slowing things down gently, allowing the fig tree to rest without stress, and setting it up for a smooth transition into winter. Winter: dormancy, protection, and patience. Winter is the quietest season for fig trees, and it's also when many gardeners worry unnecessarily. Once the leaves drop, the fig tree enters dormancy, conserving energy for the next growing season. A dormant fig tree may look lifeless, but this resting period is essential for future growth and fruiting. Watering should be minimal during winter. Only water if the soil becomes completely dry, especially for potted trees kept under cover. Overwatering during dormancy is one of the most common mistakes and can lead to root rot. Fertilizing should be avoided entirely as the tree is not actively growing. Cold protection is the main focus of winter care. In mild climates, a thick layer of mulch around the base of the tree is usually sufficient. In colder areas, additional protection, such as wrapping the trunk or covering the tree during severe cold snaps, can prevent damage. Potted fig trees can be moved to garages, sheds, or sheltered outdoor areas where they are protected from frost but still experience cool temperatures. Winter is also a good time to inspect the tree's structure. Once fully dormant, you can plan pruning for late winter or early spring. Removing overcrowded branches during dormancy helps shape the tree and encourages healthy growth when spring arrives. Above all, winter care requires patience. Avoid the temptation to do something when the tree appears inactive. Rest is not neglect. It is a natural and necessary phase. By respecting your fig tree's dormancy, you allow it to recharge and prepare for another productive year. When it comes to fig trees, the biggest secret isn't a special fertilizer or a complicated trick. It's understanding the rhythm of the seasons. Your fig tree doesn't need constant attention all year long. It just needs the right care at the right time. When you support growth in spring, stay consistent in summer, slow things down in fall, and respect dormancy in winter, everything starts to fall into place naturally. If your fig tree has ever struggled, dropped fruit, or skipped a harvest, that doesn't mean you failed as a gardener. It usually just means the timing was off, and that's something you can fix starting today. Gardening is a learning process, and every season gives you another chance to do better and grow smarter. I hope this seasonal guide helped you feel more confident and clear about what your fig tree actually needs throughout the year. If it did, take a second to like the video. It really supports the channel. Subscribe for more simple, real-world gardening advice, and let me know in the comments how your fig tree is doing or which season you find the most challenging. Thanks for watching. Happy growing, and I'll see you in the next video.